I unlocked the door, ready to show the couple the apartment. But the moment it swung open, I froze. My sister and her fiancé were standing in my living room, barefoot, mugs in hand, as if they owned every inch of air around them. "Oh hey," she said casually. "Mom said we could stay here for a while." I looked at her, then at the strangers behind me, the tenants I had scheduled to see the place. In that instant, I realized this wasn't an accident. It was an ambush wrapped in entitlement. It hadn't always been like this. As kids, I covered for her. I cleaned her messes, shielded her from consequences. She repaid me with laughter, shared secrets, inside jokes whispered under blankets. For years, I believed she loved me, but patterns repeat. She stole clothes, money, even friends. And Mom never disciplined her. If I complained, I was jealous. If I objected, I was selfish. Somewhere along the way, I stopped expecting fairness, but I never stopped remembering. The first hint came weeks earlier. I casually mentioned to Mom that I was thinking of renting out my apartment to earn some income while I was away for work. Her response was oddly dismissive. "Oh, don't rush. Maybe family could use it." I should have noticed the warning in her tone, but I wanted to believe it was nothing. Then, suddenly, my sister's name began appearing on bills, water bills forwarded to her email, suspicious calls from the utility company confirming a new resident. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I let her think I was blind. See, the old me would have screamed, begged, demanded respect. But I've learned they only win when I react. So I stayed calm. I called my lawyer instead. Every title, every deed, every line of ownership, confirmed. Ironclad. My name. Only my name. Then I waited. Patient, silent. Because the most elegant revenge is the one they walk into themselves. When I arrived that day with the tenants, I was ready. My sister smirked, lifting her mug like a toast. "Sorry you didn't get the memo. We're already settled." Her fiancé added, "Yeah, it's better this way. You don't need the money. We do." Behind me, the couple shifted uncomfortably, ready to leave. I could have let them go, but I smiled, calm, precise. "Oh, you're staying here?" I asked. She nodded. Mom confirmed it. That single word, confirmed, was my trigger. I pulled out my phone, hit speaker. "Hi, this is Officer Delgado. Just confirming we're still set for the removal today." "Yes," I said, eyes never leaving my sister. "The squatters are here." Her face drained of color. The officer continued, "Matter of fact, we'll be there in 15 minutes. I hung up. Silence thickened in the room like smoke. "What the hell?" my sister hissed. I stepped closer, lowering my voice so the tenants could hear every word. "This is my property. Every document has my name on it. You don't live here. You've been trespassing. And in about 10 minutes, the police will explain that to you." Her fiancé sputtered, "You wouldn't?" "Oh, I already did." I turned to the tenants, gesturing down the hallway. "Shall we see the bedrooms?" We walked through the apartment as if nothing was wrong, while in the living room, my sister's voice cracked in panic. By the time the knock came at the door, she was pale, her bravado gone. The officers entered, professional and efficient. One question, "Do you have proof of residence?" Of course she didn't. They escorted her and her fiancé out, him muttering curses, her eyes darting back to me like a cornered animal. I didn't move. I didn't flinch. I simply closed the door behind them. The tenants signed the lease that night. Over celebratory drinks, they joked about the family drama they'd stumbled into. I laughed with them. But inside I was silent. Silent and satisfied because my sister thought she had allies, she thought she had Mom, she thought entitlement could override law. Entitlement collapses the moment it meets preparation. And the best part? I never raised my voice. Never threatened. I just let reality do the cutting. Now, whenever my mother calls to smooth things over, I don't answer. Whenever my sister rants in half-baked texts, I leave her on read. They wanted me to play the quiet, accommodating one. So I stayed quiet. I stayed accommodating, until it was too late. Final thought, I didn't evict them with rage. I evicted them with paperwork. And nothing is colder, nothing sweeter than revenge signed, sealed, and legally enforced.